Alright. So, let me just turn that off. Final Fantasy XIV is what my boy looks like right now. Well, actually, so currently I have equipped what I like to call the Glamour set. You'll notice that everything is the Emperor's new stuff. This is solely meant for changing into garb. So let's say, swap this Glamour plate. Let's say I don't want to be the incredibly awesome Setzler look from Final Fantasy VI. Maybe I want to go for tuxedo. Boom. I'm now wearing my tuxedo. And I think the other one I have is, yes, the Valentine Stage set. So we can run around that. So in areas that are not combat, I could just swap at a whim. But I'm going to swap back to my usual glamour. There we go. Yeah, I really love this look. What can I say? But today I want to be doing something a little different. I'm going to grind up my monk. Now, I'm already at level 51 with this monk, and the way Final Fantasy XIV works is that there's each expansion, the levels go up by 10. So when the game first came out, well, that was 1.0. That's a whole story. A Realm Reborn, 50 was the max level. I'm at 51. And since I'm a free trial player, because I'm cheap for now, it won't go any higher than 60. But the item levels, if I were to show that off, so the gear I have on, it's got, these are all level 50 gear, but the relative strength is at 67. It's this little, hang on. If I just put my head directly beneath it, level 67, that's like an item level. The max I can get is like 130 or something like that. But if I click recommended gear, already equipped with the recommended gear for a month. Perfect. I would like to level up my monk. And what better to do that than to start a quest chain that's all about being a detective? You know how some people claim that Final Fantasy XIV has like one of the greatest stories ever in video gaming? This is the silly part. The rise and fall of gentlemen. An old acquaintance of Wyman is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. And we get a phoenix down from all this. Oh! Nice. Hang on. It's when the body of one is capacity and instantly revive the person, while some cultures insist that the tail feathers restorative properties. Jump those. Yeah. Oh, Clueless? If you have not seen Final Fantasy XIV at all, you have no idea what's coming. None. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Shake. Seems half the whispers what come may way relate to your comings and goings. Sorry if the text is really small. This is an MMO. There's a lot of text. And this is as, comfortably large as I can get it without, like, blocking a whole bunch of other elements. So, I will be reading all the text. My voice is going to kill me. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? Have you heard of Hildibrand before? Actually, I'm going to say no here. I personally, as, player of the game, I know who Hildibrand is. But my character has not, because they weren't around in 1.0. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. Eorzea is the continent of the Final Fantasy XIV. Or just, saying that for Clueless, because good night, there's so much lore to go over. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah 7th verse. Dalamud, the Calamity. All of it can be stopped, he said, so long as he finds the heroes of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamud. Aye, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though it was only recently that we found his body. I had a reason for bringing this up. Right. So, Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So, if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she likes to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard, where she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Alright. Speak with Nashu Makaraka at the Lich Yard in Eastern Fanlin. And a whole bunch of other quests that I've been ignoring. Alright. So this quest chain, they usually add this style of quest chain towards the end of expansions, I believe, or something like that. It's the grind episode. This is not so much a grind episode. I mean, yeah, I did label this as like a casual grinding, because technically it is with level 50 stuff, but you'll see where this is going. Maybe not. Say hi to Lakewind. This is my Chocobo. Alright. She should be over here somewhere. So, I should probably go over what exactly happened in 1.0 in comparison to this character we've learned about, Hildibrand. So, quick recap of what happened in 1.0. The game was broken and the developers nuked it. And they nuked it in-game by crashing the moon Dalamud into the planet, except it was actually a cage that was holding Bahamut, the great dragon, and as soon as he got released, bad stuff started happening, so our characters got warped 5 years forward into the future into a realm reborn, hence the title. But prior to that, Hildibrand is a detective who decided that in order to stop Dalamud, he needed to launch a rocket up to Dalamud and punch it back to where it belonged. This did not go as planned. And just wait, this is a very silly quest. Very silly. Hello, Nashu Makaraka. Ooh, and cutscenes. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Yeah, sure. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. Kitty Goth? Yeah, she is a very goth Miqo'te, isn't she? Miqo'te is the cat person race. There are cat girls and there are cat boys. Then there's also Rotogan, which are more man-cats than cat and people, but never mind. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down and he... Oh, okay. This is an echo moment? It's an echo moment. All right, so, Clueless, the echo is an ability that the Warriors of Light have. They can see into the past, but they can't control when. It's kind of a selective ability. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. And she just changes right in front of a graveyard. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. She has it hard for him, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she does. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. Wait a minute. What do you mean, faithful assistant? I just got here. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thailand, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. You're sure about this, Nashu? I've never tried making friends with a zombie, but I don't see why it would be hard. Just moan, groan, and pretend to be dead. Alright, participate in the Fate Fallen Corpses Rive in Style in Southern Thailand, which is going to be over here somewhere. Alright. So, a couple things to note about these particular missions. So, yeah, there is more than one Hildibrand mission. And this is where they tend to introduce new technology into their system. So I can tell you already, those animations were much better than pretty much the rest of A Realm Reborn. Alright, can I fly over this rock? What do you know? We have some dapper zombies here. A band of zombies have been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behavior as of late, which has greatly unnerved the people of Fanlin. Dispatch the dapper undead for the benefit of the living. Alright, level synced. Let's beat the crap out of them. So this is going to take a little while. I need that. This. So playing as a monk, it's I got done. I have a 1-2-3 combo, like this entire line to this entire line to this entire line. I can choose one from each line, and each one does a separate thing. If that music sounds familiar, that's because it is. It's from the Gold Saucer. Am I a gentleman yet? So we gotta just do this. A lot of killing. Jam it up the jam. It is. Come at you. Oh, yeah. Man, it's like flying Air Force One in the, okay. A gentleman is rather than does. Yeah, these zombies are acting really weird, aren't they? Thankfully, we didn't have to sit around and wait for a while. But this is going to take me a while for the VOD watchers. I'm going to pause the recording. There we go. Participate in the Fate Fallen Corpses Rive in Style in Southern Thailand. We got a curious parchment, apparently. Let's take a look at that. Quest, the Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Writ upon this map of the Sangoli Desert is in a flamboyant flowing hand are the words, a gentleman is rather than does. Huh. That's weird. Well, looks like we gotta warp all the way back to Camp Drybone. Yep. Alright. Let's get Lakewind back out here. Way. Alright. Sorry if I sound really congested, it's because I am. For some reason, the weather has been warming up, which causes spring to arrive, which causes allergies. Alright. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? I learned that they can read, apparently. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onwards, to the Sagoli! And she just walks away without us. Alright. We need to speak to her at the Sagoli Desert. Yes, there is a gold saucer. I've shown this off before on stream. Gold saucers. Uh-oh. Did I have to walk right in the middle of a fate? Oh! Not my problem. I'm out. Yeah. We got some sandworms out here. I know, fear is the mind killer and all that, but I'm not dealing with worms today out here in the desert. Alright. Fiber got strike. Here we are, Segoli Desert. We need to go way out here. The place is infested with worms. No, it's okay. After like 10 or so minutes, they'll just go away. Wait, hold up. Alright, Nashu, you okay? You're surrounded by pikemen. There's a fallen wizard. No matter. How can this monk help you? I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows up, we strike. What will you call out? I will go whither the wild rose blooms. A gentleman is rather than does. Show yourself, foul fiends. Or nothing. Okay. So, the wild rose, that's, there's another faction in the game known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, or the Scions of the, no, it's Scions of the Seventh Dawn in this game. Scion, Scion, the way they pronounce that word is just all over the place in multiple video games. So this is probably not going to help us. Show yourself, foul fiends, ain't going to work. Let's shout out, a gentleman is, rather than does. Because I'm not, you know, let's not do the mute option. Oh, and what do we got? Uh-oh. Who summons the gentle dead men? A deadpan zombie. They live, and we hunger, says the seething zombie. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Gee, who could that be? So an office worker? Har har. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. It's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. So these quest lines are incredibly silly, for better or for worse. There are people who love them, there are people who hate them. Me, I actually enjoy this little bit of reprieve, personally, in these video games. Oof. Ah. Nice landing. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector overlord, inspector overlord. He's a zombie little kitty. You'll see where this is going. You'll see where this is going, Clueless. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry. I'll knock some sense into you back into that noggin of yours with bombs, apparently. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Uh-oh! Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you prefer to be, the concussive force of the blast is more than likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying! Oh, how yandere. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death! This is very on brand for my channel, isn't it? Get used to this pose, trust me. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Hi. Oh, echo time! Oh, the sad moment of walking away. Glance and look back. Feel so sorry for her. But of course, you gotta have it with the lightning strikes, right? Can't have an important moment without lightning strikes, especially concerning zombies. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? In the classic hand out of the grave. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, they're very cross with me for some reason. Are you the new manager? Yeah, I guess that's what they're saying in silent zombie terms. Loads up a little bit. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could this be a case? The rise and fall of gentlemen. We get a phoenix down, we get 658 gold. No experience points, but that's fine. Leveling doesn't have to be experience points. It can just be other stuff. And on the next VOD, back in the saddle. Because, you know, I want to try and keep these to be about half an hour long VODs, right? So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. Follow me on Twitter at MasterWabbit. That's where I post my schedule when I go live, personal musings. And until next time, YouTube, take care.